to this week's edition of Lit for Lit Learners. We are your host, Antoine, D Double Dog, and the Giulianna. Today, we will be exploring the questionable antics present in Swamplandia, a magical realism novel by Karen Russell, focusing on the Big Tree family. The daily lives are in jeopardy.
And this is a waste of time. That's enough for the intro. Let's get started. There are a lot of different aspects to Swamplandia, but today we will be most focusing on the idea of coming of age. I think we will be looking at Ava's journey in the novel.
Yeah, every journey begins somewhere. In the beginning of the novel, we can really see how Ava lives her life. We can mostly see that she holds a lot of pride for Swamplandia. And this is kind of demonstrated in kind of the way that she holds feelings of disgust for Kiwi. Well, maybe not disgust, but confusion, really, because he's very different from the rest of the family. He does a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to them, like giving himself homework and tests, and he doesn't really have the same kind of pride for Swamplandia, and he instead sees it as kind of like a burden to his and possibly their future.
Yeah, and Ava is kind of confused about his actions. Him giving himself homework and then grading himself makes her wonder why, because to her, it's really not a necessity in her life.
Yeah, I suppose she holds some sort of grandiosity. Though I really can't blame her. Where she grew up, she lives in a place where she's being constantly praised for the work that her family does.
Yeah, and her mother acts as the icon of Swamplandia, and as we can see from the novel, what keeps the place running. If kids see their parents as heroes, then Ava must see her mother as a superhero as well.
Yeah, I imagine it's part of still being a child. We definitely say from our perspectives, Kiwi is more the more wise and the adult of the two. But being an adult is kind of what children fear, which adds more to her confusion than Kiwi, I think. Because she's very in the moment and very naive about the future.
Ava is also very optimistic. When the park is facing financial disaster and the rest of her family mock Kiwi for his plans to leave work and save the park.
I mean, also, if you happen to be on the same book as me, on page 74, we can kind of see how this more. It's just she agrees with her dad when they kind of mock Kiwi for his plans to start to save the park. And I quote, "Your brother thinks he's going to help this family. What a hero, huh?" It's just optimism. It gives her blind pride through the rest of the novel, and it's what gives her motivation to go on her journey, in which she embarks with the mysterious Birdman to rescue her sister Osceola because she's gone missing.
Yeah, and on her journey, it's pretty evident that she's pretty naive. The Birdman convinces her that she and him are the only people that are equipped for the journey, and he makes it seem as if she is quote unquote the chosen one. This is shown on page 191 when Ava asks the Birdman, "Why can't the park rangers help them find her? Why can't we show them how to get there?" Ava just keeps following what the Birdman says, and she doesn't really have her own ideas.
Yeah, I don't think we can understate that. How very much of a dependent character she is. She depends on the Birdman for everything, and she doesn't make any real attempt to be the one leading the mission.
Yeah, additionally, Ava looks up to the Birdman, and honestly, she's really gullible. She's letting him take the lead. This is mostly shown on page 214 when the author, Russell, writes, "The Birdman was the first adult besides Grandpa Sawtooth or Chief Big Tree or her mother who'd spent more than a half hour with her."
Unfortunately, this is what leads her to believe she's in love with the Birdman. Her inexperience with men makes her think that she's in love with him because of the constant time that they spend together. That kind of leads into some content that really isn't appropriate for the show. But through this, she strengthens her bond with him on the journey. And excuse me. But we eventually see that the bonds that she's been building with the Birdman, it becomes broken because at the end it is ultimately revealed that he's actually been lying to her the whole time. He has no idea where his sister Aussie is, as he was once claiming to her. And so she feels extremely betrayed and trapped by the scenario. And in these kinds of moments where she develops some sense of maturity and like kind of some realization of like where she's actually been going. And so in these moments we can see that the maturity when she decides to leave the Birdman and decides to actually go home. She realizes that's the sane option. It's also in this moment that we also see that she gives up her quest to like find Osceola. That's a really important part to point out because because the point of saving Osceola to her was to like save the park in a sort of way, to like find all her family and bring them back together. We can kind of contrast her again with Kiwi, because he's actually been trying to do the same thing. He left the park in order to make money and like help support the park. But when we see like how both their plans played out, we can Ava's ultimately betrayed by the Birdman and really doesn't end up doing anything besides wasting time and getting in trouble. Whereas to like Kiwi, he's actually been like really successful. He became a pilot. He saved people. He became like a local hero, and has actually been doing stuff. And it's actually him in the end who manages to find Osceola like on an island, which only furthers the point of how his personality and his way of doing things. And you can see it shows the real difference between them. I mean, what do you think about that? What is the difference to you?
The difference between them is that Ava doesn't really have like a set goal in mind, rather that Kiwi has his path pretty set out. He really wants to like help Swamplandia, and he does this by wanting to pay like their debts, while Ava is just going with the flow rather than just having a set goal in mind. And I believe that Swamplandia is a really important read because there are real world connections, and these connections are very important because they consist of the coming of age and also our journey, paths, and goals. The novel Swamplandia also highlights the reality of many situations as well as introduces new ideas.
Oddly enough, we seem to have like reached our available time. Well, unfortunately, this concludes our talk about Ava and her journey like through the novel. I really hope that you enjoyed our talk and you were able to learn new things about Swamplandia. Stay tuned for next week's podcast. Peace.